What's the most expensive skin in Fortnite? Dark Vertexing had to be bought with the Xbox One S console, but things get a lot more expensive. With the Eon skin at $295, Nintendo aren't left out with the double Helix skin that came with a Switch console. But it's not only gaming consoles that got skins, just the Glow skin was available for people with Galaxy devices, but not as expensive as the Royale Bomber, the very first exclusive skin partnering with the PlayStation 4. And the people that bought an Nvidia graphics card just to get the Stealth Reflex skin were super annoyed when it ended up in the item shop. To make up for it, everyone with the graphics card got an alternate style, the Wonder skin. Things are getting seriously expensive as we get into the top 3. With the Honor Guard only available with the Honor View 20 at $650. The number 2 spot goes to the iconic skin with this incredible emo and design. So what's more expensive than that? To find out the most expensive skin ever released in Fortnite, double tap on the screen, costing a total of $1,000, the Galaxy skin. These are the richest pro Fortnite players in the world, starting with Cammy, who won the first FNCS Invitational in 2020 with his duo SETI, winning $100,000, bringing his total to over $1.4 million. Nyrox, who's one of the World Cup winners on this list, who won $1.5 million by coming first place in the Duos tournament with Aqua. Annis, who actually won $1 million from Mr. Beast's Survival Challenge back in 2022, giving him a total earning amount of $1.6 million. Epic Whale has earned even more after placing third in the Solos World Cup and competing in over 70 tournaments. His total earnings come to over $1.8 million. Sam is the third richest pro player, now retired from Fortnite after placing second place in the World Cup, securing himself a total of $1.9 million. And Aqua, who got his earnings from coming first place in the Duos World Cup, who then went on to win the FNCS in Chapter 3, bringing his total to $2.1 million. To find out who the richest pro player is, simply double tap the screen. With earnings of over $3.5 million since he first competed in 2019, it's Booger. Do you want to shrink things in real life? This is actually super easy to do. Just start by looking at the center of that image above me, and once you're ready, just double tap the screen to start the illusion. Just don't look away. The image is now moving and requires you to look at it for the next 20 seconds. Make sure you don't look away, and if possible, try not to blink. This illusion works by tricking your eyes, forcing them to overcompensate because of the moving ring spreading outwards. It tires out the muscles in your eyes and makes the eyes start to appear like things are then moving inwards. But don't look away yet, as we're still a few seconds away from the countdown ending. Get ready to look somewhere else in your room in 3, 2, 1. Is it shrinking? How are there that many? The animal with the biggest population will blow your mind. But did you know there are more platypuses on Earth than there are lions? And they're outnumbered by giraffes, whose necks are almost as long as mine. But that's nothing compared to monkeys, with orangutans, gorillas, chimpanzees. There are loads of them, until you remember about pets. That's right, all of those tiny little guinea pigs really add up. There's over 5 million of them. And now the numbers seriously start to get big, people. Over 46 million kangaroos, 16 million horses. And if you're watching right now and own a cat or dog, double tap the screen when you see them appear in this video. Look how many there are. We're now reaching numbers that are over 1 billion, and we're about to come up with almost 8 billion humans, but we're massively outnumbered by chickens and trees. What are they doing here? And the biggest population in the world isn't fish, it's Antarctic, crew. Turtle Beach have just released a new Stealth 700 headset, being packed with features, making it honestly one of the best gaming headset on the market right now. I've got my hands on it, so let me tell you all about it. As it firstly comes with 2 USBs. You can plug one into your PC, another one into your console, and with a simple press of a button on the headset, you can swap between either audio sources instantly. It also has dual wireless and Bluetooth, which means you can hear your friends on Discord or listen to music whilst also hearing your in-game music from your PC or console at the same time. The headset has 60mm drivers for incredible audio quality. The headphone cups are super comfy, so you can game for hours. With over 80 hours of battery life with super quick charge, you can game on these things for ages. It also has a flip microphone. If you flip it up, you'll instantly mute yourself. It also has AI-powered noise reduction, which means if you're in a loud environment, your friends will still be able to hear you super crystal clear. So if you're looking to rank up your gaming headset, this is literally launched this week with limited stock, so you can find the prices, even more features of the headset, and more details using the link in the description. And don't forget, use code ALIA at checkout on the Turtle Beach website for a discount across all their products. The next Fortnite icon skin will not be TG, and you won't believe who it is. For years now, different content creators and celebrities have been getting their own skin, even if some of them don't play the game much. Despite Typical Gamer being here from the very beginning, he still doesn't have his own. And as time's gone on, we've seen more and more people get added. But this could be the biggest disrespect to TG. And absolutely no one thought this would actually happen. As the next icon is Tung 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 Sir. Huh? Wait, what? How are you level 657 already?
It's a secret. I can't tell anyone, man.
No, come on, please. I need to level up.
All right, fine, but you can't tell anyone.
Okay, I promise. I promise.
Right, just search for Super 1v1 and then click on the map that comes up.
Oh, yeah. I found it. Nice.
All right, now just follow me. We're going to head to the back of the map.
Okay, let's go.
All right, now we're going to jump down here. There's a hidden platform. There's going to be an XP icon just in the corner here. Yeah, now just interact with it, and we're going to be teleported into the secret room.
Ooh, what? Where are we?
All right, now we're going to use the paint guns to collect all of the XP coins.
I'm finding the secret method.
Okay, now we've got the second part to do.
Last one. Oh, almost there.
Look, this is it. We're just going to wait a moment. You can collect these coins, though.
Oh my gosh, so much XP. I am definitely favoriting and liking and coming back to this map.
All right, now claim this gun and try killing me with it.
Oh my... What the... What? I got humiliated by every big streamer, and they were completely wrong. Because I'm sure you will remember when I was filming a video on a new Fortnite update, I came across this, which led me to say this. There's a Diplodocus! And at the time, I didn't think much of it until it went completely viral. Everyone mocked me, but I decided to own it and make it a part of my icon set, which is in the item shop now, only for a few days. So make sure you've got code ALIA entered, as when I looked up the actual name of this dinosaur, it's called a Diplodocus, which is basically what I said. You can control this video and it's kind of scary. Recently, weird things have been happening, like my lights turning off and on, and even things disappearing from my room. Apparently, this happens every time one of you double taps on this microphone. Give it a go now. See? The lights just went off and on again. But things can get even crazier. I'm not even sure if I want to tell you how, but let's give it a go. Okay, once this timer gets to 0, I want you all to tap this microphone as fast as you can. Are you ready? Go! Look, everything is going absolutely loopy. I told you.
Sing we now, sing for the year, sing for the laugh and sing for the tear. Sing we now, just for today, maybe tomorrow, good love and take you away. Sing we now.
This item shop is changing forever, and it means you'll never miss an item shop update again, as ever since it arrived, you could log into Fortnite, click on the item shop tab to see what's being sold. Over the years, the item shop has changed how it looks, but one of the biggest changes is just how many cosmetics are being sold. And it can be easy to miss the things that you really want, which is why Epic have made a huge change to the shop. And to find out what it is, just quickly double tap on the screen and pop in code ALIA whenever you buy anything, because you'll no longer need to be playing Fortnite to access the shop. You can simply visit this website. This is our first look at Winterfest 2025, and the free skin is amazing. The biggest collab being Harry Potter, with our favorite characters arriving as skins, wands available as pickaxes, and all of their pets available as sidekicks. And then there's South Park, whose characters are being adapted to fit into mech suits like we recently had with both Bart and Lisa, and I think they look cool. But what about the free skin? To see what Epic will be giving us this year, just go to your item shop and make sure code ALIA is entered, as we're getting Winter Miku. I think Epic Games hates me because they left me out of the recent Fortnite Live event after adding a special helicopter featuring only Fortnite icon skins to help take down the Dark Presence bots, and you can clearly see there's icons like Nick, Lachlan, Loserfruit, Laserbeam, Ninja, and everyone else. But as I look closer, I was nowhere to be seen. So I decided to message Epic myself and ask them what was going on, but they told me not to worry, as not only have they brought my icon skin back to the item shop, which you should pick up using code ALIA, but they told me to look a little closer, and you can see my icon. Can you keep your eyes on this mythic snowman and see where it ends up? Okay. Starting nice and slow. We got this. I love the Christmas lights. The presents. I loved Christmas. But I cannot stop staring at the screen, and it must not blink because things are getting a lot faster than I expected. And oh my goodness, what? Okay, lock in your answer by clicking the like button. To reveal the answer, make sure code ALIA is in your item shop this Christmas. So we're about to take a look, and did you get it? Epic is giving out this Harry Potter Winterfest gift, and this is how you can get it. Start by going to your item shop and make sure you've entered code ALIA. Then head on over to the Epic Games store and search for Hogwarts Legacy, which Epic Epic is currently giving out. Download the game, and then you need to play it for at least 2 hours before December the 18th. And then the next time you log into Fortnite, you'll unlock this back. Wait, what is this? There's a giant Playboy Carti on the island, and he's got his own mythic. Give it a go. Oh my god, look at my health. It gives you Siphon. And he's not getting 1, but 2 new skins. You can see them early on screen here. Lots of styles. Make sure you're using code ALIA and you pick him up. Look at this. 80% of people see this person swinging away from them, which means they're controlled by the left side of their brain. Only 20% of people see this person swinging towards them, which means they're controlled by the right side of their brain. But what if I told you I can make you see this person swing anywhere you wanted? For this to work, first of all, double tap on the video above me to pause the swing. Once you've done that, focus on the person in this position to see them swinging away from you, and focus on the person in this position to see them swinging towards you. You take no fall damage with Nitro. You can run on water with Nitro. The Battle Bus EMP shuts down the Nitrodome. You can mod the Nitro Fists. You can set off the fire traps in Nitrodome by pushing a button. You can shoot faster out of the boss cars. Equipping the Nitro Fists gives you the Nitro effect. Nitro Fists can one-hit any build. You can run through any builds with Nitro. Driving over a Nitro canister gives you Nitro. Nitro speeds up your emotes. There's a secret slurp lake near Redline Rig. You can now mod dirt bikes. You can change the mods on a boss car. You can refill the repair torch at gas pumps. Midas turns Nitro Splashes gold. Slurp Cacti heal cars. The Nitrodome blades instantly kill you. The repair torch fixes metal builds. Nitro makes you immune to fire damage. There's a secret mythic hand cannon on the floating island. Quickly! Jonesy has farted on the Fortnite map and you need to find a place to hide. Pick your hiding spot by double tapping somewhere on the map above me. Let's see if you survive. I'm afraid if you tried to hide in the water, you're the first to be taken out by Jonesy's fart. And if you thought hiding in the middle would save you, think again. But the fart doesn't stop there. Jonesy ate a lot of Taco Bell and even more of the map has become toxic. Which means the only ones to make it out alive were the ones that were smart and picked the high ground. Did you survive? These are the rarest cosmetics in Fortnite, and I bet none of you have the last one, starting with the Epic Games banner, something that was only given to Epic Game employees and never sent to anyone else. Galaxy is officially the most expensive skin in Fortnite, costing $1,000 to unlock with the Samsung Note 9. The Jedi Training emote is super rare, as you could only get it by completing every one of the Star Wars quests in 1 week back in 2019. A bit like the Snowflake Umbrella, the first ever seasonal victory reward was only given to players that won during Season 2 and will never be available again. Fresh is an emote that got Epic Games sued, and as a result, it can never return to the item shop again. Indigo Kuno was a skin sent to only the top 6,000 players in the PlayStation Cup back in 2020, and the Sunfall Scythe is a Japanese exclusive pickaxe, only given out through V-Buck physical codes for 1 month last year. But there's one skin rarer than any other cosmetic, owned by only a few hackers. Double tap the screen to reveal the world's rarest skin as it's Brilliant Bomber. Plus Bugs Bunny's ears make him pay to lose, because when you put him next to another skin, you realize just how tall he is, with the ears even sticking out the top of cars, making him super easy to spot. We have seen tall skins before, like Peely and Googimon, but even they don't look this tall in game. To do those massive ears actually give him a disadvantage. As I lined up my weapon to find out the answer, I quickly checked the item shop to make sure code ALIA was entered, like you should too, and I was ready to go, and this is what happened. Fortnite is giving out 5 free new season rewards, and this is how you can get them. You can get this contrail by getting 100 kills in rank BR or Reload, and then you can get this amazing emote by reaching rank Elite or above, and heading to the official Fortnite Showdown website, and then registering will instantly get you this spray. Then just get 50 eliminations to get these kicks for free. To get the awesome free fish stick reward, first head to the item shop, enter code ALIA before starting the secret quest to get 30 rivalry wins, to get this pickaxe for 5 things that only happen in Fortnite China, like free V-Bucks and battle passes. You can't buy V-Bucks, instead you get them just for playing the game, which means you can buy the battle passes for free. Believe it or not, you can also get wins when you die. You're limited to 3 hours of gaming a day in China, so they'd offer a win to everyone in the lobby after 20 minutes, meaning that even if you die, you'd still get a victory royale. But not all cosmetics are the same because of Chinese rulings around skulls. They completely removed the skull trooper, and they even changed some items and skins just so skulls wouldn't appear in the game. However, some items were only released in Fortnite China, like these pickaxes and back blings can't be found anywhere in normal Fortnite, making them the rarest items ever. But the coolest thing has to be the exclusive Storm Shield. Rather than taking storm damage, this meter would start to deplete. But what would happen once it fully empties? Double tap on that health bar above me to find out, as it's about to hit 0. Let's take a look. These are Fortnite's worst updates, starting with the Infinity Blade, a mythic sword that arrived in Season 7 and gave everyone who picked it up abilities that turned them into the most powerful player in the match, forcing Epic to delete it and apologize only 3 days later. But a few months earlier than that, Fortnite added in the Compact SMG, a weapon that was so overpowered it actually dealt more damage than Thanos' mythic Infinity Gauntlet, resulting in the gun being nerfed just 1 day later. Just like the mounted turret. Introduced back in Chapter 1 Season 6, this trap had 6,000 health and could destroy anything in seconds, quickly earning itself a spot in the vault, never to be seen again, along with a recycler. One of the worst weapons we've ever had, which wasn't used by anybody, unlike building itself. Something all players do and love. When Fortnite decided to make it slower in an update during Chapter 1, completely breaking the ability to make 90s and making build fights awkward and impossible, they had to revert the change just 38 hours later. But something Epic didn't revert was the update to remove Siphon, deleting health upon eliminations, completely changing how everyone played, and despite years of asking, Epic still haven't brought it back. But that wasn't as bad as Fortnite's worst update ever, hated by everyone when it added in the brutes. Nick A30 and I teamed up to find out who the real king is, and whoever wins gets to tweet anything from the other person's account. We jumped straight in with 5 challenges to complete, and the first one was to only use guns that matched our skins, as I was stuck with blue only and Nick epic only, as we had 4 other challenges to do throughout the game, like only using Nick's wrapped cars to get around the map, which made things a lot harder than it sounds. We also needed to get a pickaxe elimination, which wasn't too bad in the end, as we reached 25 players remaining. We focused on our final few challenges and came across a really strong duo who took me down, but Nick quickly rebooted me and a challenge was back on, as we managed to find a tow hook to complete another, this time by performing Nick's emote whilst hooked onto the back of a car, leaving us with a final mission to get the victory royale. But the ultimate winner is deciding who got the most amount of kills between us both. As we clutched up and got the win, we took a look at our kills to find Nick had won, and this is what I had to tweet. It's been 5 years since this cheater played in the Fortnite World Cup, and Epic Games had to punish them, as this all happened back in 2019, when the pro player, Letwick, qualified for the World Cup finals, where he'd have a chance to win $3 million. And at first, everything was going well, with him managing to work his way up to 59th on the leaderboard, thanks to some eliminations in early rounds, securing himself at least $50,000 in prize money. Letwick had just one more match to go, with this being his last chance to get even more points, place higher, and get even more money, but he made a big mistake. Epic believed he'd been looking up at the giant audience screens in the arena during matches, and they thought that he'd been using them to see where other players were in the game as he was playing. So Epic pulled Letwick out of his final game, removing the chance of him earning any money, as this is technically cheating. But fans were not happy, as they said he wasn't looking up at the screen in the audience, but instead just turning to his duo, who was not happy about this. But unfortunately for Letwick, nothing changed. But there was some good news for him, as Epic Games actually let him keep the $50,000 he earned. Fortnite need to add these skins to the game, like SpongeBob, with his giant bubble suit, Gary the Snail backbling, and even Lego style. Minecraft Steve, controlling a robot suit made of blocks, accompanied by the incredible diamond pickaxe. Stewie from Family Guy, also controlling a robot suit, just like Mecha Morty, we need him in-game. Nick A30. We don't know who the next icon skin will be, but it's safe to say if anyone deserves it, Nick definitely does. Prue from Despicable Me with his own airship glider, and we can't miss the fact that the minions are available as his backbling. Pikachu in Fortnite as a costume onesie with the clever idea of using the Pokeball as the pickaxe. I love this. Squid Game with skins for all the big characters, including the red light doll. This would be so popular. Sonic the Hedgehog, who looks like he'd be a perfect fit in Fortnite with his massively long legs. And Glamrock Freddy, featuring a special built-in emote that looks incredible, and even a kid inside that's controlling him. This is Ship, and he has the most wins in Fortnite with over 48,000 to his name, and the way he pulls off so many wins is crazy, as he's been playing Fortnite since the very beginning. But he didn't always hold the world record number of wins, as he originally raced to be the first player to reach 100,000 eliminations, alongside Ninja and High Distortion, who all wanted to reach it before anyone else, but unfortunately Ship just missed out. But he stayed grinding and started focusing on wins, getting not 10, not 20, but over 30 wins a day, grinding out Fortnite over 12-hour-long sessions and finding the best way to get the most wins possible, as he started climbing the leaderboard and winning more than anyone else in the world. With a win ratio of over 63%, he also ended up becoming the player with the most amount of eliminations in the world of over 550,000. And after a lot of grinding, he now sits at the #1 spot for the most wins in the world, with more than 20,000 over the person in second, which makes my 786 wins look really bad. But how many wins do you have? Only 1% of people can read this secret message. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's just a load of scribbles. There's no words in there. But you're wrong. This illusion has been perfectly set up to hide a message, and I know the secret technique that can uncover it, and it's actually really easy. To read the message, simply start off by double tapping on the image. And once you've done that, close one of your eyes and take your phone and slowly start tilting the screen away from you until the bottom of the phone is in line with your eye. Can you read it? Quickly, the storm is taking over the actual world, and you need to find somewhere to hide. There's a few places you can pick, so you need to make the right decision. Maybe you hide in the country you already live in, or is there a better place to choose? Take one more look at the map, as you only have a few more seconds to decide, and then lock in your answer by double tapping wherever on the map you want to hide in, as we're about to find out which place is safe. Are you ready? Did you survive? These are the top 5 1 in a billion Fortnite moments that were never meant to happen. Like this crazy mythic goldfish throw that will never happen again. And at the very last second, the player walked into this sniper shot. It's not as crazy as eliminating 3 players at once with a single bow shot. And somehow, this player killed someone while still on Spawn Island. But it's the #1 luckiest moment in Fortnite. Simply put code ALIA in your item shop and you'll have a crazy moment too, as emoting saved his life. Only 1% of people can spot all the odd emojis. Starting off easy, you'll only have 5 seconds to find the odd emoji, but this one's pretty simple. I'm sure you've all found it. Okay, things are getting a little trickier, but I think I've spotted it. Question is, have you? Okay, you really need to focus now, but I'll give you a hint. Look for a very small change in one of the emojis. Things are getting seriously tough now, but don't panic. Look for anything that seems out of place. You can do this. Only 1% of people can find this odd emoji. I'll give you 10 seconds to find it, and if you do, just double tap the odd emoji to let me know you found it, and watch this short again to see if you can find the 3 ducks we hid within the video. Skins appear as skeletons when hit with the lightning bolts. Miners can turn lightning bolts gold. If 2 players collide using the wings of Icarus, they'll fall to the ground. Pickaxing the boss statues will also make them spawn. Holding the aspect of speed medallion means you take no fall damage. Dive bomb from max height with the wings of Icarus will one-shot the other player. Standing atop of Mount Olympus will allow you to see the entire map. Going in the green water gives you the ability to dash. Breaking the gold chest rather than opening it will guarantee you the wings of Icarus. Midas is back on the island inside his yacht. But he will be soon. Midas' crew react to you being Midas. You can dash through walls using the Cerberus medallion. A new thermal scope will allow you to see enemies through walls. A new thermal scope can allow you to see enemies through bushes. Ares damage buff will work with Zeus's lightning bolt. You can now eat fruit whilst moving around. Aspect of speed is faster than a whiplash. You can open the weapon bunkers early with a bunker. Peely should not be in Fortnite, and there's actually a secret reason that he exists. As back in Season 8, Fortnite added this banana skin into the Battle Pass, and it went on to become one of the most popular characters. Now with over 20 different versions and even a sidekick, but nobody knew the real reason that Peely was added until now. To find out, just check your item shop as code Allier entered, as Donald Mustard's brother is Fortnite creator Mustard Plays, and Peely was added to the game just to troll him because he hates bananas. I put together a god squad to complete the 4-corner challenge in Season 3, but we ran into a crazy glitch that could make this impossible. So we all split up, focusing on taking down our first bosses, with Mr. Savage challenging Cerberus, collecting the mythic shotgun, quickly followed by Noah, and then me, collecting a bunch of the first mythics we needed, along with the 3 new medallions. But with the zone shrinking fast, we grouped up and waited for the loot island to appear, which contains a secret mythic that not a lot of people know about. But this is when something strange happened to Mr. Savage, and when our bus exploded, he stayed floating in the air, unable to move, completely glitched, and he wasn't even taking damage. We tried everything to get him unstuck, like building a platform, driving a car into him, but unfortunately nothing worked and he just remained stuck there. So we continued on as a trio, making this challenge even harder as we headed to the center island and secured the mythic hand cannon, completing our mythic collection. Now all we needed to do was secure that win. While Mr. Savage decided to go for a nap, we drove around looking for the final enemy, and after a few failed 360 attempts, we got the dub. Tifu got one of the most iconic sniper clips of all time whilst playing a game of 50v50 as he sniped the first enemy, kicking off one of the best sniper streaks ever. He quickly moved on to a second elimination, also with a snipe to the head, and there was only a brief pause before you got shot at from behind, spun around to get his 3rd kill on someone standing on a hill, knocking him again with a clean headshot. But he was just getting started as he took some time to compose himself, looking at a swarm of enemies in front of him and building a ramp to create some cover. He continued to stay calm before taking another perfect snipe on an enemy Omega as the battle really started to heat up. As even more enemy players started to rush over, Tifu built up before taking down his 5th opponent, and then an unsuspecting default, then onto a 7th player, and then the default's friend, bringing him to a record 8 hunting rifle headshots in a row, which could have been more, but after some dangerous shots from an enemy, it forced him to pull out his scar. The action was still not done as he turned around to take down another player with his shotgun. This clip is Fortnite history. This is all 5 of my Allier intros from the 15 years of me making videos, starting with the most viral, which I'm sure you've all seen at this point. And if we jump back to 2017, my YouTube logo had the full Allier name in it, and also some awesome music to go with it. Then in 2015, I spent months working with an animator on this intro, and if you've watched a Call of Duty video, you'll definitely remember this. Going back even further to 2012, I used my XX Allier XX PSN name within a Transformers-inspired intro, but my very first intro was made by me on my laptop 15 years ago. To start the intro, simply double tap the screen as this is what it looked like. Which Fortnite character has the most kills? Well, Hawk, one of the original defaults, has 2 eliminations in the very first Fortnite Battle Royale trailer, technically giving him the first elimination ever. Spitfire, another classic skin, got 3 eliminations in Season 0, using the shotgun, grenade launcher, and even the snowball launcher. Headhunter also has 3, one with the original Zapper Trap, and all of this happening in Fortnite's very first trailer. Sparkle Specialist actually got 4 eliminations at once, thanks to a boogie bomb and a well-placed RPG shot. Jones has 10 eliminations, most of them on IO guards, but one also on Peely, where he technically turned him into a smoothie. The Herald also killed 10 characters whilst they were defending the island from it being consumed by Chrome. Foundation comes in with 11 kills, all of it happening whilst rescuing Jones and flipping the island upside down. But there's one character with more kills than anyone. To reveal who it is, simply double tap the screen. With a total of 14 eliminations, it's Dr. Doom. I managed to leave the Fortnite island, but what did I find? For this glitch to work, it only requires 2 steps. First, double tap on the battle bus right now, and then I needed to take my Ethernet cord and pull it out whilst I was on the battle bus. And as you can see, it worked. I escaped the Fortnite island, but what would I find? As I got further and further away, I spotted another island in the distance. The Fortnite island behind me was getting smaller and smaller the further away I got, and this new island was getting closer and closer. But I got so far away, I ended up inside the storm, and I could barely see anything. And just as I thought thought I'd reach a new island. No! What faces lie behind these Fortnite masks? Starting with Meowdus, who was actually Midas all along. Chaos Director reveals herself to be Toxin underneath, which we actually already knew. What about Chaos Agent, who's actually Ninja? Undercover Sky's mask comes off, and underneath apparently is no head at all. It turns out a TNT in his hair is actually just a wig. The new 8-Ball skin, who if you remove the mask reveals Snoop Dogg? But then who's 1-Ball? To remove the mask and find out, just double tap on the screen as we take it off and reveal John Cena. What's hiding inside this 100,000 HP ice cream truck? Let's find out. As back in Chapter 1, Season 4, Fortnite added a truck inside of Dusty Divot that was almost impossible to destroy. Simply pickaxing it would take far too long before the storm would come in, so only a few players in the whole world managed to break it open. Instead, getting a full load out of LMGs and with no other players around, who let the dog out managed to do it. But was it really worth spending all of that time breaking it open? To help deal the final bit of damage, simply double tap on the ice cream truck as we're so close to finding out what's inside. 3, 2, 1. Which skin is more popular, Kyra or Agent Jones? We all know that pro players love Kyra. Do I think it's more? Yes, it is. Now, Spider-Gwen is also really popular. I think that skin would be used more. No, it's not. What about Halsey? Is she more popular than Kyra? This is a very new skin. I'm gonna say no. Oh, she is. Fishstick surely has to win this battle. Everyone loves this guy. Yes, he's used more. But is Ruby more popular than Fishsticks? I don't think many skins can beat Fishsticks, and I would be right. Midas, everyone loves this guy. He's had so many skin variations. He's got to be more popular, and of course he is. Ooh, Spider-Man or Midas? Spider-Gwen wasn't as popular as I thought. I think Spider-Man may win this one. Oh, it's so close. But who do you think's more popular? If you think Travis Scott has been used more times, then let me know by hitting the like button. Or if you think Spider-Man has been used more, click that subscribe button. Let's see which skin is more popular. It's Travis Scott. This random guy went missing after Epic stole his drawing, as his name is Mimico. And one day he decides to draw one of his favorite companions, straight out of a K-pop Demon Hunter film. But a few days later, Epic added his exact drawing into the game without giving him any credit at all. And it got so bad that lawyers had to start getting involved. And that's when Epic decided to put out a public message where they explained that they would be reaching out to the original artist. But since then, we've heard nothing more, and the artist seems to have disappeared. Did you know Fortnite have killed these skins? Bendy bumped into Loki on the battle bus and accidentally sat on his scepter, which deflated him instantly. Fishstick is one of the saddest deaths because he was eliminated by Deathstroke outside of a loop, meaning he can never respawn and return. Bushranger mysteriously disappeared from the island one day and couldn't be found anywhere until his usual NPC location was replaced by a grave. Healy has actually been killed a total of 6 times in Fortnite. Like a boulder from Indiana Jones's temple, Darth Vader's lightsaber, Ryu's Hadouken, Mandalorian's Carbonite, and even eaten by Bunker Jonesy. Midas tried to break the loop and ended up flooding the map, so the Imagined Order sent a shark after him who literally ate him. Hugo, an undercover agent working for the IO, was attacked by an imposter and got rifted away. The Devourer, who was taken down by the Mecha Team leader in the final Showdown live event, where the battle ended with a giant sword going straight through its head. And a character with the worst death in Fortnite, who ended up getting scattered across thousands of realities, it's Eternal Voyager. The very first Winterfest gift is now available, so don't miss out. This is how you get it. Because you simply need to boot up Fortnite, then head on over to the shop tab. Once there, check in the bottom right corner that you've entered code ALIE, then bring up the Epic Games launcher and search for the Holly Paw Wrap. Then click the claim button and log back in to get this unlocked.
তবে ইন্টার সেকেন্ড ইয়ারে পড়ি
ইন্টার সেকেন্ড ইয়ারে আমি ক্লাস 9 এর পোলাবেন প্রেম করে
মামা মায়া তো অস্থির এক্সকিউজ মি আপু এক্সকিউজ মি আপনার নামটা যদি বলতেন একটু
শুনেন বেঞ্চ সাহেব আমার বন্ধু জিসান ঠিক আছে আপনার বান্ধবীরে শুনুন মারি নাই তো শাসন করছি ভালো লাগে না একটু মারতেই পারি কিন্তু খুব খারাপ হয়ে গেছে তুই রবিলের সুন্দর রিক্সা ডাক
ভাবি চিনিকে আমার বন্ধু জিসান দেখতে প্লিজ ভাবি আপনি একটু নেন প্লিজ ভাবি দেখেন ভাবি
বন্ধু ধরে না আবার কল দে এই এই দুলাভাই সামনে থাকলে যে সালাম দিতে হয় আপু শিখাই নাই তোরা?
যে কোচিং এর সামনে যে গুন্ডাটা দাঁড়িয়ে থাকে আমার তো মনে হয় পড়াশোনা সব বন্ধ করে দিবে।
আমি তোর প্রেমের গল্প সাকসেসফুল না। আমার কথা বিশ্বাস কর।
আমি শুধু একটু প্রেম ভালোবাসাতে আমি শুধু ওরেই চাই বাবা, আমি ওরে পাইলে হবে।
ওকে, আমি আপনাকে ভালোবাসি। আচ্ছা, আপনার কাছে একটা প্রশ্ন।
তুমি বাসে আসার পর থেকে আমাকে বাসে শান্তি সব চলে লাগছে।
আয় হায়, খাইছে কুচুটা কি তুমি?
তুমি একটা ভিডিও কল করে পাঠাও প্লিজ প্লিজ। কবে আমগো দেখা
কোচিনটা কি এটা আবার লগে এমন চিপা মাইটা দিয়েছেন? কেমন খানদান বউ?
তারপর তো ভয় কাঁচে মুচু খায়া গেছে গা, তারপর আবার দুর্নাম করতে হইব। এই তোর কি তোর দামি ফোন?
আইসে বাপ জান রাইতে ঠিকঠাক মতো ঘুমাইছে তো নাকি বাসায় গিয়া আব্বাজান রে কইবেন
কি করছো যেটা তুই বাজার রে বাজার যাও চুইছে আজকাই করছে
সম্মান সব পাঞ্চার করে দিছে।
মাগার দোষ আমারও আছে, আমি একটু বেশি বাড়াবাড়ি করে ফেলছি। চলো না আমরা বাড়িতে ফিরে যাই।
তুমি কি পাগল হয়ে গেছো নি? এটাই আমার বাড়ি এখনতে।
চৌধুরী সাহেবের সাথে আমি কি কথা কইছি? তুমি কোনো কথাই কই নাই কা? সাজান তোমারে কইলো এত
দিচ্ছেন, হ্যাঁ দিচ্ছেন না? এলা বাইরন আমার বাড়িতে বাইরন।
একবারে হাসা করছেন আব্বাজান। আপনার পোলারই বাড়ি করার কোনো বিতলামি করলে আমি তোরা ঘাড়াই, কিন্তু ভাবলাম আপনাকে একমাত্র পোলা ঘাড়াইলে আবার দিলে চোট পাই।
তুমি
শোনো, তোমাগো খানদানে যেমন কিছু নিয়ম আছে আমাগো খানদানেও আছে।
এইসব ফাত্তার নিয়ম কেউ যেন জানবার না পারে, মনে থাকবো তো? তোর যে নতুন বাবি
কালকে সারা রাত তোমার আমি কল দিচ্ছি।
সারা রাত? তাহলে আপনি শুনুন আপনার ভালোবাসার মানুষের অতীত বর্তমান। পাগল কোন একদম ঠিক হয়, ওনার ব্যথা লাগে নাই?
ব্যথা তো বেশি তুমি।
তুহিনের ব্যথা লাগছে মানে?
বন্ধু তুই চিন্তা করিস না রে, ভাবির মন ঠিকই গলে যাবে।
ভাবির মন তো গড়বে কিন্তু
আরে না না না,
সম্ভব না। গাড়ি ঘোড়া তো
হঠাৎ আমার বাসার নিচে কোনো জরুরি দরকার?
তুমি কি আজকে কোচিং এ যাও নাই?
সুন্দর মতো যাবি, ভাবির নামটা জিজ্ঞাসি। আর শোন, ভালো মতো কথা কবে, ভাবি লাগে খালি ফাপড় আর চাপাবাজি, এই বাদে আর কিছু পাচ্ছস? বুকিং মানে বুকিং, তুমি আমার আমি তোমার, বুকিং দিয়ে দিছি ফাইনাল।
আমাকে বুকিং দিছে মানে আমাকে কে বুকিং দিছে দোস্ত?
তোর যে আশিক আছে না, এখন তো আমার পিছনে লাগছে।
আমার তো অনেক ভয় লাগতেছে দোস্ত। এই যে আস্তে আস্তে সব মানুষ জানবে, তারপর আমার ফ্যামিলিকেও জানাই দিবে। আর আমার
এন্ড বেস্ট অফ লাক ফর ডক্টরশিপ। আমি দোয়া করি তুমি যেন একজন ভালো ডক্টর হও।
আমার কাছে জিনের বাচ্চার নাম্বার আছে। জিনের বাচ্চা
করতে চাস নাকি ইটিস পিটিস করতে চাস? বদতমিজ। হ্যালো বন্ধু, আমার ওদের দিছস?
এই তো দিছি তো।
ঠিক মতো রাতে দিছস?
কি শুনতে চান? আমি আপনাকে ভালোবাসি?